Have you ever looked up on a clear day and wondered why the sky is blue? It seems so normal that most people never question it. But the color of the sky is actually the result of a fascinating interaction between sunlight and the Earth's atmosphere. So why isn't the sky white, or black, or even the same color as the sun? To understand the answer, we need to start with sunlight. Even though sunlight looks white to our eyes, it's actually made up of many different colors. These colors form what we call the visible spectrum: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Each of these colors travels in waves, and those waves are slightly different in size. Red light has longer wavelengths. Blue and violet light have much shorter wavelengths. Now, when sunlight reaches Earth, it enters our atmosphere, and the atmosphere isn't empty. It's filled with tiny molecules of gas like oxygen and nitrogen. When sunlight hits these molecules, something interesting happens. The light gets scattered in different directions. This process is called Rayleigh scattering. But not all colors scatter the same way. Shorter wavelengths, like blue and violet light, scatter much more easily when they hit air molecules. Longer wavelengths, like red and orange light, pass through the atmosphere more directly. Because blue light scatters so strongly, it spreads across the sky in every direction. So when you look up during the day, you're actually seeing sunlight that has been scattered all around the atmosphere. And that scattered light appears blue. But if violet light scatters even more than blue light, why isn't the sky violet? The answer comes down to two things. First, our eyes are much more sensitive to blue light than violet light. Second, much of the violet light is absorbed higher up in the atmosphere by ozone. Because of this combination, the scattered light that reaches our eyes appears mostly blue. But the sky doesn't always look the same color. You might notice that during sunrise or sunset, the sky turns orange, red, or even pink. That happens because the sunlight has to travel through a much thicker layer of atmosphere when the sun is near the horizon. As the light travels through that extra distance, most of the blue light gets scattered away before it reaches your eyes. What remains are the longer wavelengths like red and orange. That's why sunsets often glow with warm colors. So the color of the sky isn't coming from the atmosphere itself. It's actually the result of sunlight being scattered in every direction by tiny molecules in the air. And because blue light scatters the most, that's the color that fills the sky above us. So the next time you look up on a bright day and see that deep blue sky stretching across the horizon, remember that you're actually looking at sunlight bouncing around the atmosphere before reaching your eyes. A simple interaction between light and air that creates one of the most beautiful sights on Earth. And that's why the sky is blue. There are thousands of everyday things around us that seem simple, until you ask why. And if you're curious about how the world works, there's plenty more to explore right here on Curiosity Explained.